Hey everyone, welcome back. This is day 3 of 31 life shortcuts for the holidays. This is Wealth Reigns Supreme. Today, I'm going to teach you in day 3 how to set your schedule. Because if you don't set your schedule, you're going to lose your peace and you will be in chaos. Those were from days 1 and 2. So, setting your schedule means looking at your obligations. What do you need to do for this month? If you're participating in this month, I know there are some that don't. What do you need to do in this month? Who do you need to buy for? How much money have you saved, or do you have the extra money? Because myself, raising 2 sons, one is almost out the door. It's more challenging, but I get it done because I became a master couponer back in the days, and now I have mass favor on my life for finding deals. It's just the way it is. Every time I go out, I expect everything to be at the price that I need it, and it is. Master manifester in that area. So basically, you need to look at your lists. First of all, you need to make lists if you don't have one. What do you need to buy? Who do you need to buy it for? And be truthful and honest with yourself. Do they really need it? Should you really get that item if it crushes your budget? If it puts you in heavy debt? Because I could do 400 videos on debt. I'll do that later. Right now, we're going to stay on the holidays. But make your list. Decide what you're going to buy, what you're willing to spend, and stick to it. As you can see here, I have a bunch of bags in front of me. These were not all purchased on the same day. I go out based on the sale. Some people shop because they need it, or it's because it's Friday and they just got their check and they're going shopping. I don't do that because that's how they take your money. Because when you go out just because you have money, there may not be a sale. You're probably paying full price or double what I would ever pay for anything that I purchase, because I go based on the sale. My sons even know that. Like, they'll open a Christmas present and one of their items might be for them to use for the spring. And the first they were shocked, and then they went, oh, thank goodness, that helped me so much, because then I had these to take on my trip, But it was because it was $100 item and I got it for $9.99. So I'm not going to walk away and leave that sit on the shelf. If I can give them an extra gift, just something to add to, their happiness. Because I'll tell you a quick short story about what I saw in life. I saw people who denied their children gifts because they either didn't believe in the season, or they weren't responsible enough, or they took their money and used it for alcohol, the god of alcohol. So unfortunately, their children suffered and they didn't have what they needed for the holidays. And I definitely was one of those kids. I know that that's a whole nother 400 videos. So be on purpose with what you're doing in this month. It could be, that you're doing it for your children, because you love them. It doesn't have to be because you believe in a season or don't believe in a season. Just, be intentional, because understand that it impacts and affects these kids. I know that firsthand, because that's the story I was talking about. That's what I watched happen. And most of the kids that it happened to, they're all in jail. And they've gotten out, they've been back in, they're in and out, because as children, they were traumatized by being the only ones that their parents chose not to care about. So that's why I even buy extra gifts if I see someone. I'm like, if I can afford it, I'm going to go ahead and put this aside, because if so-and-so doesn't have a gift, I'm going to make sure they do. And even making things. So, decide what your budget is, what you need to buy. Look for a sale. If there's a sale going on, like, okay, I'm going to open this one bag. So every year, this is the time of year where I get myself something. Because I pretty much all year long look like a farmer, because I'm always outside growing our organic food. So this time of year, I dress up for at least 90 days to 120 days. People don't know who I am because I'm dressed up. But I bought myself, I needed a curling iron, and I've been watching everybody online with these dryers, and I'm like, I'm not paying $400 for a dryer. So I found this on sale, okay? And I needed this kind of comb for my hair, and, I needed a couple other things for my hair, and this worked out for me. Now, getting these two together was $49 together. But I ended up getting almost $20 back to use in rewards, which is why I did it, because I was going to get this anyway. And then I turned around and got $20, which we will be spending today on another gift for someone else. So 2 in 1. So be, intentional on how you're spending your money. That way you can spread it out. If you didn't know, if you go to Boscov's, right? If that's near you, guess what they do? Free boxes and free wrapping paper. Look at all this free paper. It's free. And it's not cheap paper. It's very thick, very heavy. So that's one thing I don't have to buy, because I have a lot of those from Boscov's. So anyway, back to this. Lock in what you're going to buy, when you're going to buy it. Lock in your key events. Map out your entire month. Look at what you're willing to do this month. Because if you don't map this out, the month is going to happen. And then you're going to look back in January and go, gosh, next year I'm going to do this. And you're going to miss out on yet another year. Because I learned that a long time ago. Map out what you're willing to do. Map out what events you're willing to attend. Map out what you're willing to buy. Map out what you're willing to spend. So that you have it. You have a vision of how your month's going to go. And then if surprises creep in, because they always do. Someone knocks on the door. Someone needs something. You want to go help somebody who's in need or whatever. Your schedule is still set and you're not so far off, when that surprise shows up. So just make sure that you are setting your schedule so that you can adjust to surprises easily, and that your family has been prioritized and they are taken care of. Because as a child myself who did not have, we were in extreme poverty. I remember times where we didn't receive anything. And it was just another day, because the money had gone to the bar for the alcohol. And the bars got rich. They bought more land. Their kids did well. So understand, it is critical to set your schedule, lock in what you're willing to buy. And, if you say, well, I don't have any money this month. Well, what happened the last 12 months? Could you have put away $10 a week for the last 12 months? That's what I look at now. I look at that now when I'm buying, and I try to stay clear of loading up on credit. I have cards, but I make sure I only use them if I can pay them right back. So anyway, this kind of went a little longer than expected, but please, If you're listening right now, like, subscribe, comment, share. This is going to help me to keep moving and teaching you everything that I have learned in 54 years. We're going to be going into things, and how to grow your own food, how to store it, how to can it, how to process it, on top of this Christmas series, this holiday series. We're doing this 31 days, and then we're moving into everything else about life. And you do not, trust me, you do not want to miss out, because we are talking about everything. Your friends, your pretend friends, your family, all that. So don't miss out. Stay on this channel. And again, thank you for liking and subscribing this video. And I will see you on day 4. Go get your gifts. Get the sale.